Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibing today? All right. Dr. Danae, the Awakening Doctor, here to check in on the energy. What is going on? We are still assimilating the new 2023 energy as we move past and close that door on the 2022 energy. There is still some lingering stuff. You could definitely be feeling that in your day-to-day with your energy. You could be feeling tired, needing to rest more. Guys, don't resist that. In the awakening process, we will go through periods where we're just very exhausted and tired and we need more sleep. Especially if you're in the Western Hemisphere when it's winter. You know, winter is a season where a lot of animals hibernate. They go to sleep for a long time. You guys know about my beloved little grand dragon, Lord Lizard. And Christmas Eve, little man decides he's going to go into brumation. And, you know, that's needed. That's what he needs to do. But, you know, looking at that and thinking about it, how many times do we need to really just put ourselves down for a long nap or get extra sleep? For those of you that, you know, as soon as it's starting to get dark outside, it feels really late and you want to sleep. Your body is telling you that is what you are to be doing. Here's where we can start to recognize patterns of altered ego coming in when we start to have stories around that, or we want to resist it. You know, one of the most common ones, especially, you know, growing up, we look at the elders and just think, oh, going to bed early and getting up early, that's an old person thing. And that's a matrix judgment block and label. When you're on this path and you really realize what your body is and how to work with it, and that you're a multi-body system, it was all designed to work together. And that we do have seasons in our lives and we're supposed to be following those natural rhythms. So yes, winter is that time that as soon as it's starting to get dark, many of you are finding yourself very tired. So I encourage you, if that's what's going on, adjust your schedule a little bit. Go to bed earlier. Your body is guiding you with the help of your soul. It's literally altered ego and monkey mind in there trying to rob you of that. Especially with right now, in particular with this New Year's energy. This is a major, major transformation. And there are certain signs that are feeling this. Well, all signs are feeling this, but many are feeling, there's certain signs feeling it differently. And I'm not going to get into that right now because I do want to get into the reading, but whoever is hearing this and this is resonating, use this time. Take that extra sleep, that nap, get quiet. Maybe some of you aren't feeling like you want a nap, but you just want to be in your own energy, your own space. You're not as social. You don't want to be as social right now. That is all divine guidance. Heed that. When our bodies are asleep or when we lay our bodies down to rest, there's a lot that goes on at the cellular level and the spiritual level that we need our monkey mind out of the way to assimilate the energy. So that's what's going on for a lot of you. All right, now we're going to look at the inner child stuff. I haven't really spoke about the inner child for a little while now, a few months. But this has been coming up a lot for a lot of my viewers and clients. So I'm going to pull on that energy this morning Number 13, take off your mask. And I know this could be scary. And, you know, taking off the mask isn't always about literally taking off a mask or a persona that you have been coming from or reacting to certain people from, the facade that we put up. This can also be taking off the mask of your own beliefs. Beliefs that you're stuck, beliefs that you're broken, or there's something wrong with you. That's a huge one. And that, how do you heal that? How do you move past that? You deal with it right at the root, right at that cellular inner child level. For some of you, you're craving this change. You're craving and desiring. Don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about like craving from an ego way, but you have this desire, and it's a healthy desire to heal that part of you and to move differently, not allow others to project their energy or have as much weight in your life for validation and things like that. That could be scary for a little while until you really gain that understanding of what's going on and what your role is with the inner child. Be generous is the next one. And this is number 55. Are you being generous with yourself? This energy right now is not about being generous with others. This feels more like you have been very generous with others. You have given others chance after chance. You have explained yourself, pleaded, begged, yelled, screamed, kicked, whatever, to get others to treat you differently, see you different. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I had to sneeze. You've called out the behavior, this, that, and the other, but it's still going on. For those of you asking, well, why? Because it's the wrong focus. This goes back to taking off your own mask. You cannot change anybody. That's not your job. That's not your role. And the only person you can change is you. Many of you who have been in this energy, you have been, whether you realize it or not, self-sabotaging, beating yourself up, staying down that road too long of, well, what's wrong with me? I must be broken. I have to fix this, this, and this, while wanting these people to change. So you've tried different tactics, ways of approach, but you're still getting hit with that resistance. Because it's you need to be generous with. It's you who you need to put your attention on. That those old habits, that thought pattern of, well, this person needs to change and this person needs to treat me this way, and then life will be better, or then I'll accept them, or then this, then that. Yes, you need to have boundaries. You need to not buy a ticket to the toxicity show anymore. But there's ways of doing that, and it really starts with you. Being generous in allowing yourself not to buy that ticket. Metaphorically, not to show up for those arguments. That person is committed to having their opinion or seeing things a certain way. They're getting triggered by your change, things like that. It's not your role to guide or direct or dictate to them. It's your role to pull back in and say, okay, what part of me is resonating with this? Where is this desire coming from? And having that aha moment that you may need to pull back your energy and not engage with somebody or a few people at this time or for a little while. and move from, oh, I have to totally cut them off. It's, cut them off and nothing, cut them out of my life and just move on without them, versus seeing it as, no, I love this person, but the energy that they're moving in, that they aren't wanting to change, or they're not seeing the issue with it, it's that energy I'm saying no to. And when that energy starts to act up, whether it's the passive aggressive comments, the opinions, that little angst, however it's displaying, that in that moment that happens, you just cut the interaction and just say, you know what? Hey, I've got to go, or however it is, but not reacting, not deflecting, not going into those 5 human habits of judgment, guilt, condemnation, blame, and shame. But just saying, whoop, 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 you know what? Because you need to honor that person where they're at and their beliefs. Remember, you're not here to change them. You're on the path to change you. That's part of this taking off that mask. And instead of calling them out on the behavior like you have before, just, it's coming up. Don't say a word. Just go, oh, you know what? Something came up. I got to go. Someone's at the door. Whatever. Remove yourself from the situation without any of that old energy. And for those of you that still feel the need to explain yourself, that's altered ego. That's still control and manipulation, trying to get somebody who's committed to misunderstanding you to try to see things a different way, but they do not have the emotional capacity at that current time to be able to see your perspective. And normalizing that's okay. It may not feel okay, it may not feel comfortable, but everybody grows at their own pace. Not everybody's going to grow with you. Some need to grow apart from you. But normalizing that we could still love people, but say no to that toxic energy without doing that whole toxic, oh, you're bad, I can't have you in my life, you're this, you that. No, just, I'm not in alignment with this current energy. I need to go focus on me. That type of stuff. All right. Number 50, you are born to be a leader. And you are. You are to be a leader in your own life, number 1. This is the testing ground with these people that you are closest to that bring up this energy. Because how can you lead the masses when you can't even deal with those in your inner circle or your family without dropping into reactions or wanting to change everybody? When you really step into being a leader in your own life, you have worked through this energy. You've dropped that energy of needing others' opinion, needing others, I just lost the word, but needing others to validate you. You move completely different. A tree does its growth in silence. It doesn't announce to anybody or the forest, hey guys, look, I'm growing, look, I'm changing, look at what I'm doing. It doesn't say a word. It just grows. It doesn't announce anything. That's part of stepping into this leadership in your own life. You don't need to tell everybody what you're doing. As a matter of fact, if you reflect back on that, every time you've shared with people what you're doing before you've actually done it, how often have you actually accomplished it? I'll let that sit for a minute. But to become a leader of many, you first have to become a leader in your own life. And that comes from spending time with yourself, really getting in touch, understanding who you are, shedding all that other projected energy that created these masks that you've worn. Because all of you hearing this, you are to be a leader in your own life and towards others. There are people watching you that you have no idea that is watching you. For whatever reason, they're watching you. They may be drinking the haterade, or you drank the haterade towards them, whatever. None of that really matters, but there is always people watching you that you have no idea. And that's okay. Let it be whatever it's gonna be. Your role isn't to run around seeking people to follow you. That's ego-based. Being a heartfelt leader, you don't chase anything, you just be. And the people that you are meant to lead find you. So for those of you that have platforms, maybe you're readers, energy healers, doesn't just have to be that, but for those especially in that genre, if you have been caught, especially in 2022, in that energy of do, gotta do this, gotta change this, gotta, be on social media, posting all the time, try to get more people, blah, blah, that's fine if that resonates with you. But for the energy that I'm picking up on, that doesn't resonate with you. You have been trying to fit a mold that wasn't meant for you. You're meant to do it your way. As you start doing it your way, the energy clears, and those who are meant to be in your community will see you and follow you. That overall message is some of you are doing too much and not enough being. All right, the archangels. Archangel Uriel, success through action. And what I'm about to say, for those of you who may not fully get what I'm about to say, it may trigger you. Just being is an action. I know some of your altered egos just went, whoa, no, blah, blah, blah. Pipe down, peanut gallery. Let's unpack this. Yeah. Just being in your own energy and space, practicing being, aligning with the energy that you want to experience or bring in. That is a lot of action. It takes a lot of action to just be, to quiet your mind, to not entertain monkey mind. That is the action that leads to success. It's not the patriarchal masculine energy of do, gotta do this, gotta blah, 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 blah. That is action on that hamster wheel that just keeps you busy, but it keeps you away from being. Just being and magnetism, that comes from the emotional body. And that is the feminine side of life, the feminine energy. 2023 is a very feminine, energetic year. Many are going to be uncomfortable in this energy if they haven't fully practiced tapping into the feminine side of life and what that really feels like and what that really means outside of the matrix, outside of these limiting false beliefs of what we think it is. Many of you have already experienced it. It can be very scary moving from that patriarchal energy that we've been under most of our lives into that feminine energy of receptivity. Number 20, Archangel Chamuel, be what you want to attract. Another card about just being. Just being is a powerful action move. It will absolutely confuse altered ego and those who are in that altered ego energy, but it will make your soul happy and comfort your soul because it is the power move. Just being is that action that you need to practice and hone in on so you can be a success and move in the energy and manifest the life that you want. Number 17, Archeia purity, cleanse and detoxify. We stepped into this that last week of 2022. Whether you realize it or not, when a lot of this triggering altered ego energy comes up, whether in you or through somebody else, it literally is coming up so you can look at it, hear me well, not get into analyzation and woe is me over it, but to recognize it and just go, oh, am I in alignment with this, or do I need to detoxify from this? And ask yourself the question, is this coming from the 5 human habits? Judgment, guilt, condemnation, blame, or shame? If so, it's altered ego, it's gotta go. If not, then is there a belief around this new way of being and thinking that needs to be cleansed and released? When we're doing this work at the cellular level, remember, your cells have memory. All that shitty thinking is stored in your cells. All of those limiting beliefs and perceptions, they're stored on your cells. As you start to cleanse and detoxify and bring in the higher knowledge or your truths, you start to release this from this cellular level. What happens? As it's releasing, things from the past will come up. And again, it's not that you're doing something wrong or anything like that. That is how I have been explaining it for those who have been watching, that spiral of life that you're going through. This is the journey upwards inside the circle of life. So your life is a circle. It's not linear. This is not a linear path. You're in the middle. As you're awakening, you go up this spiral. So in other words, you revisit different things at every level that you go through. You have a multi-body system that you're clearing all this energy off of. It's not an overnight thing. Yeah, comes back around. That's your divine opportunity to see it as that and go, whoop, nope, I've already been there, done that. I do not need to entertain this anymore. I see you. I send you love, and that's not my truth anymore. Speak your new truth and keep going. Some of you, and there's no shame, there's no right or wrong in this. Certain times when we're going on the spiral, we do need to stop at that lesson and repeat the lesson. All that means is we haven't gained what we need out of it. So you're gonna keep circling back until you master it. But here's where altered ego is going to want you to judge that and make you feel like you're not doing it, you don't get it, you're going to be the victim, blah, blah, blah. That's where you need to recognize what altered ego is doing. Start normalizing that, you know what, okay, this is coming back around. There's obviously something I haven't fully learned here. Let me learn this. Let me mine this opportunity for all the gold that I can extract and continue to move on. That's where you need to be generous with yourself. There are certain patterns and habits in our lives that may take longer than others. Normalize that. Be okay with that. What you don't want to do is get into the resentment or resistance of it and then start pulling out all those judgment and human habits towards it. All right. My aura is magnetic to golden opportunities. Here we go again with more magnetism. Emotional body, feminine body. Hear me well. You manifest from your emotions. The universe doesn't judge. It doesn't decipher. If you have shitty emotions and a shitty outlook, you're going to experience and manifest, magnetize to you, shitty experiences to validate what you're feeling. Now, If you worked on your feelings and you're only sending out the highest vibration, most positive thoughts, guess what? What are you going to magnetize? Positive, happy experiences. You know, the universal laws and understanding them, they're not that complicated. It's the human in us that makes it so complicated, the whole matrix thing. Why? Because universal laws and spirituality will absolutely 144% fly in the face of the matrix and your beliefs. Those are the roots and the perceptions you need to address and ask yourself within you. I am grateful for the earth. Some of you, maybe you're at a point that that's all you could be grateful for. That's awesome. Start there. That attitude of gratitude is going to shift and change your life quicker than anything else. You have a choice in every moment. You could either complain or be grateful. There's no right or wrong. It's a choice. You choose to complain, you will absolutely manifest more things to complain about. You choose gratitude, you will absolutely manifest more things to be grateful for. Plain and simple. I am fulfilled by love. Not ego love, not 3D love that's hurtful, broken, here one day, gone tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. But this is the one love, the oneness, unconditional 5D love. This is the goal. This is the goal of awakening. One of the goals of awakening is to come back to that place of home, of true love, unconditional love. We do that by dropping those 5 human habits and daily practicing moving out of that. All right, beautiful heart. I hope you found something useful out of this. Make sure that you're subscribed, your notifications are turned on. Massive changes to my programs and the way that you can interact with me are coming throughout this month of January. So make sure your notifications are on so you can get all those notifications. If my books are open on a very limited basis right now as we go through these changes, but if you want time with me, want some insight, the link is in the description box below. All right, guys, namaste. Bye-bye.